Welcome back, everybody, to Tetris, Mark's favorite game of all time.
You guys need some new games. Shut the fuck up.
We're getting a new game soon.
Yes.
It's on its...
It's in...
Oh,
the battery.
Shit,
the battery.
Wait, hold on. Pause
okay.
Tetris.
No,
Pause Tetris.
it. You keep talking. I got this.
Well, no. Like...
No, I got it. Keep talking.
No.
Don't let the video die, Quinn.
Well...
Keep it alive. CPR on it. You're not talking. I'm putting the... Okay. Well, you win. We're cutting it.
Lately, I have been... I guess yelling a lot in my dreams, which is weird. Well, because I don't yell like ever in real life, you know.
No,
and so it's been like I guess like over the course of a month, maybe like this was like over the course of last month, I guess, kind of thing. It hasn't happened in weeks now, but there was just like 3 separate times where I was just like in a screaming match with someone.
In a dream?
Yeah, and the first one
That's aggressive.
was like after a hockey game or whatever. I like walked by the other team's change room or whatever and just like badmouthed them for no reason. Like I walked by them and just went fucking shitters, like like kind of like into the dressing room, and some guy like comes out and is like, "Hey, who said that?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I run away and like hide in our dressing room's bathroom or whatever.
Oh wow,
and then
strong man.
I know. And then
You say fucking shitters and then run in your dream.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's so funny.
And then he comes into our dressing room and is like, "Hey, where is he? I know he's in here." And then he like comes
turns into like a chase.
Yeah, he like comes and finds me in the bathroom, and then he like, just like walks in there and like, he's like, I know that was you." I was like, "Nah, it could have been anyone." He's like, it was you, bro." And then he fucking grabs me and gives me a swirly. I'm like, fuck. I had that coming, to be honest.
Wow.
What's happening? I just
really
got chunked. And so after that, like, obviously I go out and like complain to like the coaches and the ref or whatever. I'm like, "Guys, this guy just gave me a swirly. Can we get him off the fucking
it's your
like
fault. You're the shitter.
Nah, but like, can we get him suspended or some shit?" And then like I'm talking with like the coaches and my mom and stuff, and then she was like, "Yeah, no, I'm like, Mom, like this guy just fucking like get this guy off the team, bro." And she's like, "That probably didn't happen though. Like he seems like such a nice guy." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Oh,
like,
Shauna would say that.
Yeah,
no, Shauna would back you up.
I'm fucking soaking wet. Your own son is coming to you telling you that he just got swirlied, and you're just like, "Nah."
Shauna, I'm soaking wet.
Yeah. Get. I'm like, "No, like you. What do you mean you don't believe me? Like literally, he just did it." And they're all like, "No, it's like he's a chill guy though. Like,
Bro,
he
he's
wouldn't
chill.
do that."
His vibes are too chill. Shauna would not do that in real life. She would back you up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that.
I
We
do know that.
Yeah.
I do know that she would have
Yeah.
it. But in this dream scenario, and that's when I'm just kind of like yelling.
You
like,
wake up, you're like, Shauna would back you up.
She would have my back. She would have my back.
She would have my back. So you wake up from that.
No, well then,
this is where the
he
scream
gets
starts.
involved. Like we were already kind of screaming at each other, but then he walks out and he's like, "Hey, everybody, how's it going?"
Oh, he switches
He's
up
like,
the flow.
yeah,
on
literally,
him.
he like starts acting like Mr. Nice Guy, like Mr.
Oh,
Goody
that's
Two
shitty.
Shoes, and then everyone's like, "Oh, see, you guys get along so well. He couldn't have done that to you." I'm like, "What are you talking about? He's putting on a fucking act!" Like, I was losing my shit because they just like immediately believed him that he was like, you know, we're besties like that, I guess, or whatever. Don't think I've ever seen him in my fucking life, by the way.
No,
Just some random guy from the other team. Like, but yeah, and then I woke up from that, I guess, basically. And that's like the last thing that I remember.
I don't think I've ever had a screaming match.
I don't think I ever have either. It's just like, I don't know, maybe I was just stressed that particular month or some shit. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, you need to let loose
in my dreams. Yeah.
In your dream.
It's a good place to do it, I guess.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
dude.
you're toast over there.
toast.
Damn,
Finish
Salvy.
me off, bro.
I got you. And then next, after that, like, you know, a week or whatever later, I was sort of like inside a video game, I guess. And I was like, you know,
my life is like
yeah.
a video
But it was basically like real life. It basically just was real life, but there was kind of like quests or whatever. And
It was
so,
like fucking Mario in real life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of like walking around, and then I'm like, "Oh, I was talking with somebody," and then we were like, "Oh yeah, we need to get to this area," and we were like, "Oh, let's just take a shortcut. We'll cut through the path, kind of like going through the woods by the creek or whatever."
Yeah.
And so we're walking through there, and as I'm like, I hear voices. I peer on the corner, and I'm just like see two people getting mugged. I'm like, oh shit! And so obviously,
better not go down there.
Yeah, no. And so I'm like, I think I just went like, oh shit! And then of course the muggers like turn around and are like, hey. What the fuck are you doing here? And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to get involved.
That's real.
You know, like,
I'll say
you
that's
guys,
real.
You guys do you or whatever. And they're like, no, like these guys aren't giving us their money, so now we need you to give us the money instead. I'm like, no. And they're like, no, like seriously, we don't need these guys anymore. And so they just shoot.
They're like,
I'm like, oh fuck. So now they're fucking mugging me, and there's two dead guys. Like they just because they wouldn't give them money or whatever. Except they didn't actually ask me for money. Instead, they're like, okay, we're just gonna like come with us for a bit. And we walk like a couple blocks, and then he's like, all right, so
get your pants off.
No, so first of all, I guess I should mention there was two muggers, and they both had 2 guns each. So there was 4 guns.
Bro, you make up some nice gangsters.
I know.
They're dual wielding.
I know, it's kind of baller. And so we walk like a little ways away, and then he's like, all right, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you one of the guns. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just like play chicken. So we're gonna try to shoot as close to each other as we possibly can without hitting each other. And I'm like, okay.
What? You lost the plot, and it's your fucking dream.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Oh my God, that's
and so we
funny.
do that, and I'm like shaking or whatever, and like he shoots next to me. I'm like, oh shit! I'm like shaking. I'm like fumbling the gun, and finally I shoot it, and I just miss him, and he's like, yeah, that was great. All right. Well, anyways, we're gonna go now. And so can I have the gun back? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. And they're like, okay, thanks. And so they just take their guns back and then like walk off. And then a police officer comes down. He's like, hey, I heard gunshots here. What happened? And there's 2 dead people over there. And I'm like, oh yeah, so.
And you go, oh shit.
Yeah. And so literally like I like start explaining the situation. Like, yeah, he just killed 2 people and then asked me to almost shoot him, but not actually shoot him. And then the cop's like, oh, okay.
No, he would not.
No, he was like, oh, okay. But why didn't you just shoot him? I'm like, what are you talking about? Why is the cop saying I should have shot him? Like, no, I just like, I couldn't
He
do
had
it.
a gun.
He had a gun, and I was like super shaking, like literally trying to miss him. I was like fumbling the gun over and over. Like I just wasn't gonna shoot him. And he's like, okay, but you really should have. And then like that's I was like, okay, but what do you fucking mean I should have? Like, what are you talking about? I could not just fucking
Public service.
shoot
You
the random
shot him.
guy. Like, I mean, I guess yeah. To be fair, it was in the cards. But then I was like, no, but there was another guy, and he had another 2 guns. Like that, I literally would have died. Like if it was just the one crazy guy, yeah, maybe.
Shoot him.
But no, there was 2 of them with 4 guns total. Like, I'm not taking the fucking risk, bro.
This is a crazy dream, dude.
And so we had a bit of yelling back and forth, and like, that was pretty much it, I guess. And then I woke up, I was like, fuck, man,
You're
a
always
cab.
yelling at cops. Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Why did you just shoot him? Boost.
Like, there's another fucking guy, man. I'm losing my marbles, bro.
That's wild. What a crazy dream. That's 2 separate dreams?
Yeah. So then...
No way.
Another...
You're kidding.
Like maybe a week or something later, I am on some kind of like class trip kind of thing, and we're on a boat. And
why are you having such vivid dreams?
I don't know. I don't normally.
Yeah,
And I don't think I have since then. It was just those 3.
These 3 hit.
And then like I'm going to sleep after that.
Yeah.
And we're on a boat or whatever, and I'm trying to order from the like McDonald's or whatever. There's like something on the boat, some kind of fast food restaurant. And so I go up to the guy, I'm like, hey, can I just get one, cheeseburger kind of thing?
That'll be $18.
No, I don't know how much it was. He's like, yeah, that'll be, a couple bucks or whatever.
Yeah.
But can you just fill out this survey real quick? I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, I guess so. I'm just like, I'm assuming it's some sort of like customer satisfaction thing. But it's like, it's like asking for like pictures of my ID and just like
signing you up for a credit
it's literally
card,
like
yeah.
asking security questions, like what is your mother's maiden name type shit. I'm like, oh, kind of weird, but okay. And so like I fill it out or whatever. He's like, okay, great, thanks. So before I can give you this burger, I actually just have to confirm that it's you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I just did all that, didn't I? He's like,
capture.
yeah, but like, we just, I don't really trust you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, what can I do to like convince you?
You're getting ID'd for the burger.
Yeah, I know, it's so stupid. I'm like, what can I do to convince you that like I just want the burger, right? And he's like, yeah, okay, so I'll just ask you some more questions or whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. So he asked me some more questions, and I'm like kind of getting fed up. I'm like, okay, so where's that burger at? And he's like, yeah, okay. But just one more thing, though. And to confirm your ID, I need you to find your friend's name in this school yearbook. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, all right, let me, like, pass me the school yearbook. He just has my school yearbook for some reason. He's like, pass it over here. Let me take a look.
Well,
for
he was looking into you.
Yeah.
He had to ID you.
And it was just that classic kind of dream case where you're looking for something and you just can't find it. Like, I'm flipping back and forth on that bitch over and over. Like, seriously, minutes pass of me just looking for someone's name in an ID or in a yearbook or whatever. And then eventually someone else kind of walks by and he's like, hey, Quinn, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, can you help me? I'm looking for this guy in the yearbook. And he's like, oh yeah, he's right there. And then, of course, like classic, like my finger's basically on it already. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, man. All right, there you go. Do you believe me now? Can I have the burger?
Yes.
And he's like, oh man, I don't know. I'm like, oh. At this point, I'm yelling at him. I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't know? How can I fucking convince you? Like, and then I look at him, and then he like looks at me closer. He's like, wait a second. We've met before. I'm like, what do you mean we've met before? You fucking know me and you're still asking for all the IDs and stuff? He's like, yeah, we were at the same party and we were just chilling and had a really good time together. Like, we should hang out again sometime. Yeah, you seem chill. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, why are you fucking IDing me then? He's like, oh, we have to. I'm like, what do you mean we have to? Like, oh my god, just like back and forth over and over. And then I wake up from that, never even got my fucking burger, bro. Oh. Like, I was so pissed.
Wow. That's crazy. Those are some crazy dreams.
I know, just like
telling me that.
The 3 dreams where I was just losing my fucking mind at people like in a month.
I would too, dude. That's crazy.
I think my rage was justified in all scenarios.
Absolutely. Like, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next one.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Goodbye.